You don't call me out, okay, baby.
Alright,
You got to call me in.
You were
Okay.
always highly intoxicated at events where music and drag queens are in the place.
You're lucky I edit the show because this will get taken out. My secrets will not be revealed.
I'm just reading cards. Reading cue cards.
Whoa, what a difference a week makes, doesn't it?
What a difference a week makes. Hello, listeners. Welcome back to the 802 week number 2, episode 2. And boy, have we have a show for you today.
The world this is a different place. Before we jump into it, I do just want to say, like, the support for episode 1 has been kind of outstanding.
Yeah.
Really. So thank you guys, everyone who listened, everyone who got in touch and said they enjoyed it. We really do appreciate you jumping in and listening to us talk our bullshit for an hour on a Wednesday.
Yeah, babble and rubble. I know. It's like we're kind of like the Fred and Barney, Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble, isn't it? Like Flintstones.
Okay. Which one am I? Am I Fred or Barney?
Well, I'm short, so I'm definitely Barney. You could be Fred.
Okay. But I feel like Fred had some issues. I feel like Wilma wasn't happy.
Yeah, but Fred could drive. I can't drive, so
that's true. That's true. Forget about Wilma's happiness. Fred could drive.
Yeah, Fred could drive, and that's important. But yeah, I have to admit, I have got so much feedback, and it's good because for example, we recorded this and we had a few technical difficulties, and we had a lot to say, and it was good. I have not heard. I had a few people tell me stuff that we could do and stuff like that, and I was told that I should not have said what I said about Lana, but sorry, that's my show. If you don't like it, I'm still going to say it anyway.
That's right. It is your show.
Yes.
Well, this, just to jump straight into it, because this week has been personally. It's been tough.
Yeah, it's been.
I'd say this one. We'll obviously get into everything, and we wanted to create this podcast to be a fun space where we could gather together, have a laugh, talk about the dumb shit that people people we don't know, but people we see online have been doing, and talk about our interests and everything. But there is also times when greater, more important things are happening in the world, and it would be irresponsible not to talk about it, especially as two black gay men in the UK. And so this week has really sort of shown, and I think a lot more people can see it, that there are major issues still, particularly in the US, particularly in policing in the US, and that black people are hurt and murdered sort of indiscriminately with no consequence. And it is shocking to me, still shocking to me, that that country would allow the level of violence and anger and resentment build up because they didn't want to arrest 4 policemen.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what? I think what really hit me in the feel like the 802, as you just said, the 802 is a platform where we created to be a fun, to have a fun factor, have a laugh, whatever. But I feel like if we don't inform and educate the masses about the issue at hand, I feel like we'll be using this platform for the wrong reasons. So it's important that we touch on these topics, because if one gets hurt, we all get hurt, and I feel like that's an important factor. I feel like it's also, change is prevalent right now. It's so important, and if we don't inform and educate people about what's happening, it's gonna. And the truth is, this has been something that's been happening a lot, and I'll tell you, I'll be very honest, Dan. When I woke up this morning, I woke up so uncomfortable. I'll tell you why. Uncomfortable with how the world is in crisis, and the fact that we're still having this conversation today. We as a people, we've been fighting for inclusion and everything for so long. But the past week has taught us of major issues at hand. And that if we as a people don't come together and fix it, the generation behind us are going to fall to the wayside massively. So I feel like that's important. And it's also important to feel uncomfortable about this issue, because you know for a fact that it's starting a bigger conversation. And in order for conversations to start, people must be talking about it. And it's good. I am glad to see, like, I've seen a lot of my white friends, especially, being up in arms about it and being like a freedom fighter. And for me, as I've seen a lot of tweets on stuff, a lot of people might understand or feel what we feel, but they could stand in solidarity, and that's important. It means that the message is being felt. And so all my black friends, all my white friends, and other races that have all came together and messaged me and said, we feel this way and we support you. Thank you, because it means the message is being felt. And even though you might feel the hurt that we feel, it's okay to stand up for your fellow man and be like, hey, we see you, we love you, and we're not going to make this happen. And that's important. That's an important message as well.
Yeah, it is. I kind of wish I prepared something that I wanted to say, but I didn't. So I'm just talking my feelings.
Yeah.
We will get to fun, laugh, ha in a bit. But this is serious. Yeah. So I was at the protest in London on Saturday.
Yes.
With thousands of other people there, sharing in grief and anger and frustration with a world where people look at you, they see your skin color, and it's not even like they are uncomfortable with you. There is a genuine hatred there that comes out of people, and then those people have remained in positions of power, particularly in US police departments, and make decisions that end the lives of people who are just going about their day, who have done nothing wrong. I saw, I think, a tweet very early on after the George Floyd death was, and this sort of hit me, was that they just asked people, what exactly did Black people do to deserve the level of hate that they get? And at no point did anybody have an answer, because there's never been a Black institution that has discriminated against white people. There has never been any Black institution or Black power structure within the US that has denied white people access or availability or humanity. Yet they are exposed to and directed so much hatred from people who are there to, who are meant to be there to protect them. Whether that's ever been the case is up for debate. And I think it's important that everybody who understands that and is aware of the discrimination and the separation between the response to white people's criminality and Black people's just existence needs to be angry about it. And I think I've also seen, like, there's the outpouring of support and of justified anger. It has been uplifting to see and to hear. And it's been a difficult week. I think a lot of Black people have struggled, and because you have to confront your humanity more than anybody else. You have to look out on everything, and you have to see an entire country shaped and geared up to ensure that you don't prosper and you don't survive, and that any mistake that you make, any mistake that you don't even have to make the mistake, any mistake that somebody thinks you've made, or if you look the wrong way at somebody, could be the end of your life. And that is a genuine fear that Black people across the world wake up with and have to live with. And to just, I cannot tell you how angry that fucking left out in the sun too long orange peel of a human made me yesterday.
God. Oh, don't even get me started. Listen.
I know. I mean, I know we've got Boris, and Boris is a dumb. In fact, Boris isn't even worth my air. He's not a word.
No, he's not the words. He's not word of time.
But you just look over and you just see that there is enough support for this actual maniac. Actual maniac. That there are people just waiting for him, essentially, to say, go out there and kill people. Go out there and kill people, because Do you know what's more important in their lives? That buildings don't get graffiti on and windows don't get broken.
Yeah.
And like property must be protected and businesses must be protected rather than the lives of the people who you claim to be in community with.
Yeah.
You're not in community. And this is the thing. This is the thing about a response to this. If you are looking at the protests in the US and your response is something along, there are an out and out racist, awful people whose response like ties in with what you expect from them because they're terrible fucking people. But if your response, and this is my call out to these kind of people, if your response is you look at these protests and you say, I agree that there should be equality and what happened was wrong, but I disagree with how it's going on, how they're going about it, and they shouldn't be looting, they shouldn't be protesting, shouldn't be causing damage, they should do it peacefully. I just want you to, before you say that, before you think it, before you do it, you might even be arguing it, I want you to stop and just accept to yourself that you do not care. That there is nothing strong enough in you to care about the lives of innocent black people. Not even, I'm going to get rid of the word innocent. There is nothing in you strong enough that says, I care about the lives of black people that I am in community with, black people that I share nationality with. There is nothing in you that cares about their survival enough to make you say that this is justified. Then you don't care. And you don't think Black Lives Matter. 100%. You do not care about peace. You keep saying that you want peace. You don't want peace. You want quiet. And there is a major difference between peace and quiet because we could all stay quiet and you can feel comfortable. But it will keep happening. It is mind numbing. That there is no system that if a policeman on the job kills somebody, that there is no automatic process that they have to go through to ensure that justice is done. How they needed 4 days of protest and anger and riots, if you want to call it that, to get an arrest. And like, let's look at the history. It is incredibly unlikely that this policeman will face any kind of actual justice. He will be cleared. Yeah, he might lose his job in that precinct. He'll move over 2 towns. Look, he's in a new precinct. We don't check the history of these people. Yeah, you can be a policeman again. You can do it again. It is insane that it's still shocking when a policeman in the US gets charged with a crime when they murder somebody on the job. That is still that is a pleasant surprise for people, and that shouldn't be the way.
But I'll tell you something though, it's very funny. Trump wants this land of the free, but the sad thing is, if a white person kills a black man, honey, no one in the force blinks an eye. But a black man kills.
They take him to what do they do? They take him to Burger King. Take him to Burger King. Put him in a vest because you know these crazy black people. They'll kill anybody, and that's never been the case. Take him to Burger King. Let's get this kid some fries. Even though the shit ones from Burger King, but anyway.
It's like
it's if you can't see it, if you can't see the difference, and if you can't do the bare minimum, if you can't come out in support of people just wanting the right to justice, wanting people to not have to throw themselves into danger and not have to riot for days so that we can get somebody arrested. There can just be some form of change. And this isn't just a US problem. The UK has its problems too. The UK is in no way blameless for this. And there is still work to be done.
I literally was saying this in a conversation to some other friends this morning. I was saying that we even I don't know if you've seen this, but I have been to a lot of clubs before where I will go with my white friends and I always get stopped and searched first. Because why? Because my race and the black people, the black lads or whatever, we're supposedly known for being the ones, bringing the drugs to the party. But that's wrong. And I'll tell you why. And it annoys me so much because you're stereotyping me because of a notion that you have no idea that has truth behind it. But instead, I will walk in, even in bars before, I've seen, I've waited to be served. And I've seen my white friends get served before me. And to themselves, what's wrong with me? What's my problem? Is something wrong? Do I smell? Do I look a certain way?